Okay, I call this video random, just random topics. Okay, video games. Basically, I am crazy for Halo. I love Halo. But a lot of friends and people I know, they, I mean, I know I'm not the only person that digs it, but Mario Kart, if you like stuff like that. And Grand Theft Auto, I know a lot of people who are just psyched about the new Grand Theft Auto, like, oh, I got that, or I'm getting it, or when they're making a new one. Um, I know a lot of people who play League of Legends and World of Warcraft, and I play a lot of Sims. I like Sims. Y'all remember Herb Sims and everything? Yeah, stuff like that. Um, I can't really say as far as back to original Pokemon. But I don't know if a lot of people were big fans of that when they were younger. I mean, growing up, like I was nearing. Uh, he was doing all that and he was 18. Why? Well, Ash is on crack. But basically, I don't know. I would have to say I'm going into TV topics. When I don't know a lot of what kids watch these days, but I remember watching like Powerpuffs and Courage the Cowardly Dog and Cow and Chicken and Dexter's Laboratory and uh, Beanie and the Brain. Beanie and the Brain. I remember watching Rugrats and watching Angelica. She was so evil. I swear. But her neighbor Susie, Susie was awesome. Um, I remember watching Roscoe, the the cartoon Roscoe. Oh my god, Rocket Power, and oh, Rocket Power was awesome. Um, uh, Blue's Clues when you were a kid. Yeah. I don't know when they got Dora, but it was not when I was a kid. Um, oh, the original Scooby Doo. The original. Not the new version. The old version. When they had the really intense music whenever something bad happened or whatever. Yeah. Like, and they made movies before they made this updated version of Scooby Doo. Like, what's new Scooby Doo? What the hell is he supposed to name What's Up for? But I remember I remember the oh my god, I remember the original Power Rangers. The originals rocked. And except after that, they started messing Power Rangers up like really bad. I'm like, last time I checked, it was just Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's it. I don't know where all these other things came from. They flying and stuff. What? I remember when they had what was it? It was this thing. It came on Cartoon Network. It had all these different superheroes, and it was a TV series late at night. And they would show Superman and all. I didn't know. Yeah, the Justice League. No, it had it. No, like before they updated to this thing where they're all teenagers. No, we had the. No, this the one now is where they're teenagers. The one back then had all Superman. No, not that one. The one years ago when we were kids.
I'm just saying,
The one.
it's not called. Young Justice not that one in high school.
I'm not talking about that.
You said that Young Justice was about them being in teenage mode. Not that. Young Justice
Well,
when they're
that
high
one's the
school.
one now. The one back then when I was watching it is where I would see a manly, big buff
No, Superman's not manly.
Superman
Superman is
and
manly.
Flash and the Green Lantern and um I remember the original Yu-Gi-Oh coming on.
I remember playing the original
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
remember I remember when I was a kid, I remember collecting so many freaking Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
We weren't
It was
we
so
played
it was so
8,000
nerdy.
points, not 14.
But I loved it.
I
Um
get it.
they
Yu-Gi-Oh was good.
they had
GX was good. And then
they had
Yu-Gi-Oh
first
started
came out
to
around
continue.
that time. They had like
We'd literally have
GameCube and
tournaments
they
at
still
my
had
school.
Game
They
Boy
would all sit
and
on the table outside the playground.
they were just talking about the
Really close
Nintendo
out the
DS, the
weekend on
first
Friday
one
would be the
coming
finals.
out.
And whoever
And
got the best card trade from the
the
other
first
people
game for that was Sims.
Oh, okay.
The one for the GameCube was Mario Party, and they started having those. And I
I still
know
have like.
Mario Party breaks friendships. Um, let's see. I remember. I don't know what who created Power. I
I
don't
don't
know who
trust any of
created
these
Powerpuff Girls,
things.
but that show's a bit typical. Bit typical. And they had a
Kids
cross
little fear
dresser.
that they shoot
I don't
out
know
their
if
little
anyone noticed that. They had a cross
thing. I'm
dresser
like,
on
why don't
Powerpuff
you grab
Girls.
a fucking
There's this
card,
guy with claw
read what it
hands who's
says,
supposed to be the
And put it
devil, and
down.
he's
and put
dressed
it
it all
down.
up in pink
And you
frilly
know
stuff.
what the fuck
And
you're
that
doing.
freaking monkey
Like, no, I don't want to do
Jojo,
that.
whatever the fuck his name
I'm like,
is, always
you
coming out and shit. And how the hell this nigga got a fucking thing on his thing to block his brain, and he's secretly got a diaper under there, and he's wearing white boots and stuff, and look like a midget. Uh, Mojo Jojo.
Mojo from Powerpuff
Pro-
Girls.
And then you got a midget mayor who's so dense. I think that he was high. Uh, and then you got his secretary who's like
when you
almost
look back and
six
watch all these
too,
cartoons, it
and
wasn't
she's
really
got curly hair, and you never see her face.
Okay,
Uh,
revisit Yu Hakusho back then was awesome though.
what?
Yu Hakusho.
Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho
well,
was
we weren't
nice.
supposed to be watching it in the first place.
I
And so was
remember.
Nami, which is funny.
I remember when they had Toonami and they
Toonami was
had
for teenagers.
Totally
Cartoon Network was for
Spies,
kids.
and then they
Toonami was
had
for
Code
teenagers. Adult
Lyoko.
Swim was for
Code
adults.
Lyoko was
It's funny
cool.
Different
'cause I watch
process
teenagers.
because early
I watch.
for kids, teenagers, middle of the day,
I
later on, at
remember.
night, late at night, adults, Adult Swim.
I
That's how it
remember
was.
when
But
they.
everything fucking twisted around because also we're watching
I honestly don't know
HBO
how old
and
when
kids
they.
were watching
I
Adult Swim.
remember
That's fucking
I
weird.
had to been going
I
into
watched
middle
that
school
Toonami since my
when it
whole
happened,
elementary school year.
but I would
From
have to. I would have to
like
say it
all the
had to
way
be around the sixth or
kindergarten
seventh
Toonami.
grade for me.
First
They
grade Toonami. First grade
um.
Toonami. Toonami got Nami.
I would have to say around the sixth or seventh grade for me is when they started having SpongeBob on.
Cause SpongeBob's not bad.
Be-
Just like stupid certain parts.
like
I could never get it too down. SpongeBob.
It was supposed to be Patrick is supposed to be gay lovers show.
Uh,
And like
I
MTV.
because I swear to God, if most people pay attention to SpongeBob, they're like, "The fuck am I watching this for?" Like
Cause entertaining and then you see the
a
other kids.
freaking
Because it's
a
mainstream, and
guy
everybody
who's
thinks it's
under
mainstream,
the sea
they're gonna get made
lives
fun
in
of.
a pineapple. He's a singing sponge who's happy all the freaking
Hey,
time.
I'm happy all
I'm
the
like,
freaking
either
time.
he's got some good stuff to get high off that makes him that happy, and we don't know,
Okay,
or
some people are happy all the time. We need to say that. Some people are happy all the time.
Nobody can be happy all the time.
I always smile.
That's just impossible.
Have you seen SpongeBob freak out?
Yes, I've seen it like a couple times. You see SpongeBob like
Yeah, I
SpongeBob
think
can
he's on
cry.
something. I think
He
he's on
cried
some
like one time, like 500 times.
on something.
He cried. He's
His
tired. He
pet
got
his
angry.
pet is a snail.
It goes meow. A cat.
His pet is a snail.
It's good.
His best friend is a starfish who lives under a rock. His neighbor is a antisocial
Squid.
squid.
Well,
His boss is a freaking crab and his daughter's a whale.
Well,
There's something wrong with that.
You're not stating what's wrong though. You're basically
Okay.
saying it's a cartoon. That's
It's
why
a
it's wrong.
retarded cartoon. That's what's wrong with it.
Now you have to state
Why
with
is it?
Okay.
empirical evidence why it's retarded.
All right. Uh, let's see. Why is there something wrong with SpongeBob?
Why is everything wrong with SpongeBob?
Because it goes against a lot of law of basics. like
You mean laws of physics?
basic laws of
Yeah. Like there's fire underwater.
There is no fire
But you have to
underwater.
remember, this is a cartoon.
Yeah, but also you gotta understand there are people in freaking middle school now watching this shit and they wonder why. Oh, I watched this on SpongeBob and watching SpongeBob is not gonna help you in science class.
No, it's not. Face it, they've made it so
And there
retarded
is no
that
sea
they
gorilla.
need to get rid of
I don't know why people keep thinking there is no sea gorilla. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Lynette, you need to start this movie all back over because none of it you were ranting about old cartoons. New ones.
I called this random because I said I was gonna be skipping a lot of things.
But she's like ranting about everything.
But back to shows. Back to shows. I don't know if y'all watched this, but it was it was called Ned's Declassified.
Okay, that was awesome.
I remember that.
That was awesome. And Amanda Bynes show.
Amanda Bynes show. Oh, I remember all that. My cousin Skeeter. My cousin Skeeter was cool. Um, let's see.
Doug?
Doug was awesome.
Doug is good.
Ren and Stimpy.
Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers. Oh my god, I love Two Angry Beavers. That was so freaking good. I would wake up early enough in the morning.
To watch Two Angry
When,
Beavers.
and usually it would do like maybe 3 episodes, and then they would come out with a new one right there in that morning. That's why I would wake up so early.
I actually watched like Spider-Man, Batman animated series. I watched them all.
I remember
That was
when
good.
they. I remember watching. They had this
Other than
thing
that, I was
called.
outside
Now it's not
doing
on
shit.
anymore. They
Playing with
had
sticks.
Jetix. They had a show where they showed old Power Ranger episodes, and they would go back and switch it up and everything.
CW is doing that now. They're playing Lost Galaxy.
CW. Oh, CW's playing Lost Galaxy and all those kind of Power Rangers. I remember they had this thing called ABC Kids, and they used to show Oh That's So Raven.
That's Raven was awesome.
That on Disney.
Wasn't there like one show where they did have like historical moments?
I I know.
It's not Dapper King.
I don't.
There was like a main
I
character who
I would
was
have
an
to
old
say.
guy who'd be like
I
all
would
the
have
time.
to say.
And there was
I
like
prefer as far as with Disney Channel. If I know they're showing an old like the old ones like what was it?
You Disney Channel's a fucking
Mighty
great.
Ducks.
If they show things like Mighty Ducks or Motocross or
Would be nice if they played.
I forgot, but it was the two twin sisters, and they were playing. They would switch it up, and they were doing. No, it was two blonde twin sisters, and they were both on the basketball team and got basketball scholarships, and it's based on a true story. Most of it, most of their videos are movies were based on true stories, and there were. It was just so cool, and they would bring real celebrities in and like really good ones. And Fun Size, Muppets good, Muppets really good. I love Kermit, Miss Piggy, Miss Piggy.
Wasn't there one about Jackson?
Yeah, Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan, and Jake,
I
uh,
like that series.
Jake the Dragon, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, Jake Long, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Supernatural, that show about the people, the girl and the mom.
Yeah, Supernatural's really cool.
You Supernatural.
No.
Yeah, Supernatural was about this lady who was a singer, and she traveled on the boat with her 2 kids.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're talking about.
I remember the original
Alex
Sweet Life.
Alex
Sweet Life with Zach and Cody. It was okay till it got to the boat.
And they started acting like a ripoff of Two and a Half Men.
I know.
It was obvious.
But,
Cody was being Alan, Zach was being Charlie.
Let's see. There was another show. But I really love. Oh, Halloween Town. Halloween Town.
It was funny.
Loved it.
You mean
Loved
the first
it.
one or all the other ones?
All of them. All of them.
I watched them all the time.
I watched them all. I swear. But like, you can't help but love this stuff. Leave a comment.
The thing is, every generation is trying to defend their
And my
culture.
friends are discussing this. But leave a comment. Thank you. I'll see you later.
That because they think that their shows are stupid. So it really doesn't matter.
I'm kidding.
We're already in college, so
So.
we.
Yeah.
I mean, the newer generation.